So I'm going ahead and reading everything that TDLR has on their list for stuff that needs to be labeled or not need to be labeled first. I'll go ahead, go down the list, pull everything out right here, and then I'll go down the everything that needs to be labeled list. I'll go ahead and put that up here as well, and then we'll go about sorting and putting them in the bag, in each bag, and then we'll go from there, okay? So again, we have the abrasive nail files /and buffer. This is what I use for that, and nail file as well down here. Oh man, I recommend y'all keeping everything organized. Nail file. I'm gonna just go down the list because it's I see already starting to get out of hand. Down the list, I guess it's in alphabetical order. Do we have the buffer / nail file, blow dryer. This stuff I'm gonna go ahead and put over here. Bowl for water. That is this. It says optional, but I prefer you to have it in your kit. This is for your manicure. Clips. It's gonna get real packed up here soon. Everything organized. Okay, our bowl, buffer, nail filer, excuse me, clips, combs, now I know y'all don't know how many of each y'all need. We're gonna get to that in a second. Just if you're going through your supplies and through the kit that you already have, I would recommend just laying everything out. If it's not already organized in its own bag and have labels in it, and even if you do, you may not have all the required stuff, so I would just go ahead and bring everything out as I'm doing, and then we'll, in further videos, I'll go about what's going in each bag and how it should be set and go on and so forth. We had combs, okay. Let me make sure I get all of them out the way. Cotton /cotton pads or facial tissues. Now, I had that. I didn't even get to use it now I think about it. But you have some, I had a lot of cotton in my blood spill exposure service. Cotton pads, facial tissues. Next up, your cuticle pusher. I will put that right here next to the nail buffer and nail file already. Cuticle pusher, basically for when you're just going on the cuticle and pushing the nails in circular motions. Put that together. I had a nice little Ziploc bag for it. And I know this is gonna be disposable applicators. So that basically means wooden sticks. Hell, it could mean these little, you feel me, popsicle sticks. Something that you can reach in certain creams or certain ointments without having to cross-contaminate or put your finger in it and apply, which you would have to wash your hands and save time, basically. So we have that. Cuticle pusher, disposable applicators, disposable blade, straight razor. All right, now with this, it does not matter if you have the blade that comes with it, okay? It does not matter, but I prefer, well, it says to have a disposable blade straight razor. I brought it in this case, and I prefer you to do the same thing. Just go get one from dollar store, or excuse me, beauty supply store, where they're only $1 or $2, depending on where you get them. Pre-open the case though. Don't have the rush and do that when you're on the day of the test. I would already have it opened up and just kind of closed lightly so that you can get to it with ease. And again, that is disposable blade straight razor. I'm gonna put that up here with stuff that doesn't need to be labeled. Disposable blade straight razor. Okay, electric curling iron. Now, with the electric curling iron, I would also recommend you bring a small towel to go with it, because you will need to show, that you're, I have a towel for it, but this was the towel I know it came with. Basically, you want to put it wrapped up. Like, you're gonna do the same thing with your clippers as well, but you want a towel for your electric curling iron. And about it doesn't really matter about the size. I kind of found out about that because that was one of my questions I asked the proctor. But like I said, it doesn't really matter about the size. I would get a decent size one though, so it would save you time on one. Well, you only have to do one or two one curl, I believe. So it would save you time if you have. For me, I like to use a bigger curling iron because I don't want to deal with the small iron. Again, we're gonna get to that later, but this is recommended. You want to, because when you're done using your curling iron, you want to show that you're properly taking care of your equipment. And this is one of the ways that shows that. Don't do what I'm doing by wrapping the cord around. It's just the cord gets long. Just grab the cord, show that you're in full control of the tool, and of course, when it's hot, keep a hot towel on it so you don't want to melt not only the table or your kit or your trash whenever you're done with it and you're discarding it. So we have that. Again, that was our electric curling iron. Doesn't matter what size. Next up, we have our gloves. Now, this is something I wish I would have brought more of. Not only will you need gloves in your chemical application, you'll need in your chemical application for sure your blood exposure kit. I have some in blood exposure kit as well to show you. Not only will you need in those two, but you'll need in your not permanent wave, but color retouch-up as well. When you're doing your strand test and your skin test, patch test, excuse me, you will need to use the gloves. So I would recommend getting about 3 or 4 pairs of gloves, and of course see-through. I don't know if you can bring a black gloves, because I like using black gloves or any of those, but these see-through gloves will just work. Just get some of these for the test. Again, I have some on blood exposure incident kit as well, because you will need those, and we'll get to that in a second. So we have gloves, 4 pairs, no more, no less, and I'll show you which bag those go in. Drapes. All right, for this, I went ahead and got a lot of drapes on the day before, because I was not about to play around. In my kit, matter of fact, it's over here. In my kit, I'm gonna say in my kit, they gave me these. You see that I didn't take the time to fold these up, but if your kit already has one in it, it should be nicely folded and kind of out, well, not out the way, because it's gonna be the first few things that you're gonna grab out your bags in the procedures that is needed. But I had 3 that came on my kit, and they're like the paper kind, and I didn't know if that's what was needed in every one of them, but I used these 3. I know for a fact those 3, again, you're gonna have to fold them up, put them nicely, and in the section I'll show you in a few. But I had 2 shampoo / chemical capes as well. This chemical cape, of course, was for the chemical application, and I don't know if I believe, yeah, for my chemical application and for my single color retouch. I remember this one, and I believe this one was for not blow drying. It may have been blow drying or permanent wave. But I have 3 drapes, paper drapes, it doesn't matter, 3 black regular drapes, and then I had brought 2 shampoo or chemical drapes as well. So that's next up. In total, that's 5 drapes. End papers. I have these placed over here because they're not only because they're used, but because you will need not only 4 times 2 is 8. So I use 2 on each perm rod,